This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. Tuesday, July 25th. I had to write it down. I've been off for a day and everything is thrown off suddenly.
I know. How was your vacation? You had a few days off. Got
Yeah.
to go to Atlanta, right?
Well, North Georgia.
Okay.
Even and more interesting, really.
Yeah.
Water and woods, just beautiful area.
Beautiful.
My first time north of Atlanta, so that was fun. John Scalzi, how are you, my friend?
I am very well, and I am envious because North Georgia is a wonderland. It's really
Yeah,
beautiful.
I was shocked.
It is really. Did you do any whitewater rafting or anything like that?
Kayaking
Yep.
and paddle boarding and boating, but none of that.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
And even in the wintertime, it's gorgeous with the heavy snowfalls that they get up there. It's pretty. And plus, it's a little cooler because it's going to be sweltering here today, no doubt about it. We are looking at temperatures that will probably top out in the low 90s around here with feels-like temperatures between 100 and 105. And as far as cooling afternoon showers, there won't be many of them around. Taking a look at radar, there's hardly a drop of rain over land anywhere across the peninsula. And certainly locally, morning commute will be rain-free. We have a little bit of cloud cover caused by earlier showers and thunderstorms in the center of the state, but it's few and far between. There will be plenty of sunshine around to help boost our temperatures up to the low 90s today. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking roads first off in Manatee County. One little slowdown there in State Road 70 as you approach 14th Street West, farther south now to Sarasota County. Nothing much to speak of there. And we'll check our final map of the South County region. Look at that, quite a bit of things going on. 41 northbound around Business 41. We'll check back in about 15 minutes.
Topping our news this morning, a man who was in a retention pond yesterday now finds himself in the hospital this morning after being attacked by an alligator.
The attack happened near Kings Highway in Port Charlotte. Our Rick Adams has details on his condition.
Well, a man is lucky to be alive after being attacked by a huge alligator. The attack happened in the pond right back there. This is a picture from the scene. It shows a 9-foot alligator being removed from a retention pond at Kings Highway and Suncoast Boulevard in Port Charlotte after the gator attacked a man who was in the pond around 10 o'clock Monday morning.
It was reported that he had an injury to a lower extremity as well as possibly on his backside.
Following the attack, the man who was in his late 60s went over to a nearby surgery center. That surgery center wasn't authorized to treat him, so an employee from the center put in a 911 call.
A man just came to our door. He said he was bit by a gator.
Okay. Do we know where the gator's at?
I don't know. He's outside. We have nurses here and doctors, so they're out. They just went out front with him.
So his male is, do we know where he was bit at?
It looks like his pants are torn.
The man was airlifted to Lee Memorial Hospital in Fort Myers with injuries to his leg, foot, and groin. His condition has improved from serious to stable. Many folks who live near the pond are shocked this happened in their neighborhood.
Very surprised, to say the least, because I wouldn't think anybody would want to go in there.
For Lisa Poston, she says that she always looked forward to seeing the alligator she named Charlie every day. She says she's saddened about these circumstances.
I'm a little upset because the gator is probably going to be euthanized. People that live in Florida, they know not to go in these waters. This is where these gators live.
Fire and EMS from Charlotte County tell us that after the gator was removed, it was euthanized. They say they are hearing reports that the man was homeless and that he had been taking a bath in the pond. And emergency officials are warning folks to be extra careful around water, especially around ponds like this. Reporting from Port Charlotte, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Developing overnight, the state fire marshal's office continues to investigate a 3-alarm fire in Sarasota. It started at a building off US 301 on 17th Street around 8 o'clock last night. Emergency personnel saw black smoke and flames coming from the roof of the structure. The building is home to about 18 businesses, and we're told 3 are damaged by that fire, but fire officials say it could have been much worse.
It was just going black smoke going all different directions and flame, with firefighters blowing water all different directions trying to get it to go out.
The fire was definitely contained to the units of its origin, and it could have been a lot worse. We saved a lot of property here, absolutely.
I was kind of worried, you know, that our site was burned or that we had a lot of damage, but thank God we're blessed. Everything is fine.
Fortunately, no injuries were reported. However, a pedestrian was hit by a car near the scene at the time of that fire. EMS used an ambulance sent to the fire to take that pedestrian to a nearby hospital. US 41 on the North Trail is back open after a car struck a motorcyclist last night. Sarasota police say a Honda pulled out on West Tamiami Circle and struck a biker near Myrtle and MLK. Both riders on the motorcycle were rushed to the hospital. One's condition is critical. The other's is not known at this hour. An investigation is still underway. An update now from the South Florida Museum. Just a day after Snooty the manatee was found dead in his tank, a necropsy has confirmed his cause of death to be drowning. Snooty was found stuck in a 30 by 30 inch tunnel used to access his tank's plumbing, which is usually blocked by an access panel that is supposed to be bolted shut. Divers inspect that tank daily and found nothing wrong during a visual inspection on Saturday. Unfortunately, there are no eyewitnesses or security camera footage available to explain what happened overnight.
Something happened to dislodge the panel from that access opening. We do not know what happened that allowed that panel to become dislodged.
It was just not something you would expect. It's just not supposed to happen to Snooty.
A full inspection of Snooty's tank started yesterday, but there is no timeline on how long until we have more answers. The museum, including the aquarium, plans to reopen later today. Meanwhile, some Sarasota residents and bird watchers are concerned after learning a bald eagle found dead at the celery fields had West Nile virus. West Nile is a mosquito-borne disease that is carried by birds. The majority of humans infected will experience mild, if any, symptoms and usually make a full recovery. Less than 1% of those contracting the disease will develop a serious or fatal infection.
The problem with birds is they have wings and they travel long distances, so it's always very difficult to tell where the bird contracted the virus from. You don't know if the bird was, 2 counties over a few days ago or was in South Florida and it's part of its migratory pattern. It just happened to die here.
Smith is asking the community to take the necessary precautions by wearing long-sleeve clothing and using insect repellent due to the inability to pinpoint exactly where that eagle contracted the illness.
An alert for joggers and bikers who exercise around Nathan Benderson Park. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says there were 5 smash and grab car burglaries Sunday afternoon alone. The thieves took purses from all the 5 cars. It happened between 4 and 4:30 p.m. Deputies were at the park yesterday warning drivers to keep their doors locked and their valuables out of sight.
Of opportunity, burglars are looking for something that they can take and sell generally pretty quickly.
This isn't the first time this has happened at Benderson Park either. A few months ago, deputies arrested a minor from Fort Myers for similar break-ins. We'll have more on this story next hour on Good Morning Suncoast. The city of Sarasota and the state will invest nearly $500,000 into this historic federal building at the corner of Orange and Ringling. They plan to enhance 63 windows with hurricane screens. They also plan to clean the building as well. The 1934 building was originally used as a post office. A little trivia there. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1984.
Happening today, the Sahib Shrine in Sarasota is hosting their Christmas in July event. All proceeds and items collected will benefit Shriners Children's Hospital in Tampa. The group is looking for toys, games, coloring books, really any kind of fun items that they can give to patients. The event runs from 9 a.m. to noon at the Sahib Shrine, located at 600 North Beneva Road.
Some recent donations are helping the Sarasota County School District get a head start on education. The district received a grant from some local philanthropists to establish 2 full-time preschool pilot programs. The school board approved the plans for the programs at Gocio Elementary School, which is off Lockwood Ridge Road. 2 certified master teachers and paraprofessionals will teach these new classes. In Manatee County, Lincoln Middle School in Palmetto is looking to make a big change, a transition from a public school to a charter school. Bradenton's Rowlett Academy is now entering its 4th year as a conversion charter school. According to Principal Kim Penman, their success there is based on a variety of aspects. She says Lincoln Middle parents should do their part to make sure a charter school is best for their child's needs.
They're the biggest advocates for their children, and any school that you're going to send your child to is that you make sure you understand how that school operates and what their philosophies are and the commitment that it takes from teachers and parents together to educate children.
The district says they expect to have a recommendation and will be ready to vote at their August 22nd board meeting. And some recognition for a USF Sarasota Manatee campus. The school's tutoring program has earned a seal of approval. The Learning Support Services program is now certified by the College of Reading and Learning Association, highlighting the quality and effectiveness of their programs. Tutors will, the school says the new certification program took over a year ago. The program's tutors handled almost 400 student visits.
A Suncoast man is counting his blessings this morning after a lightning bolt struck his boat, destroying some of his fishing equipment. Charter Captain Billy Alstrom and friends were catching bait off of Florida's East Coast when his fishing rod was struck by lightning. He says his boat even lost power after that strike.
There was no warning at all. Just next thing you know, it was like a blast grenade went off, and everybody was just in shock. Nobody really knew what had happened until I turned around and I saw my rod on fire, and it dawned on me we just got struck by lightning.
Alstrom says on a Facebook post that he now has a newfound respect for Mother Nature, and we all should, especially if there's any sort of storm in our area.
Yeah, lightning deaths, fishing is the #2 activity for lightning deaths.
Oh, I can believe it.
Yeah, they're out there.
They're out there, and Florida's the #1 state for lightning deaths, so got to be careful. Today we won't see a whole lot of lightning around, I don't think. Not a lot of thunderstorm activity, and as a consequence of that, we're going to get a lot more sunshine and daytime heating. Talk about that in a second.
All right, thanks, John. Still ahead, we take a look at a unique art destination in downtown Bradenton in this week's A Place We Call Home.
And later in the hour, a truck driver says he didn't know he was transporting illegal aliens, 10 of whom died as they took turn breathing out a hole in the side of the truck. That story at 5:36.
Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery?
Sure.
We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye. And over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation.
1-800-813-0109.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Joey Panic on Suncoast View. Our guide dog puppy turns 1 year old. We have a special birthday party, plus ways to calm and soothe your pet, and the Cleveland Kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, already warm. We're hitting 77 degrees in a lot of places with a dew point value of 75. Humid air is in place at the surface. Now, it's aloft where the air is a little drier, and that's going to limit the number of storms we get today. So as we head into the afternoon, it's going to feel very warm indeed outside without any of those cooling rains. Winds calm right now. They'll be coming southwest again this afternoon. 77 Wauchula, 78 Arcadia, 77 Mayaca, Bradenton, Parrish. Lakewood Ranch comes in at 78. Northport comes in a little warmer at 79 and 78 degrees in Punta Gorda. 80 already in Inglewood and Venice and 81 degrees at Longboat Key. So as you look around the state, there's just not a lot of activity here. We have a little trough of low pressure that's kind of sliding off the eastern seaboard. High pressure building in through the Gulf waters and nosing back out into the open Atlantic. And a little bit of moisture down to the south and the southern tip of the state will support a few extra showers there. But otherwise, things are pretty quiet. We're looking at very calm conditions here for your morning commute. Don't see any reason at all for any rain showers to really develop across our roadways today. Certainly no thunderstorms. As far as the weather goes for your drive home tonight, it'll probably look a lot like this. If we get any showers or thunderstorms around, it'll probably be in the early afternoon, and then everything would be moving inland if we get much at all. And I don't think we will get much at all, actually. You back out the radar across the country, and there are a few spots that are seeing a little bit of rainfall. Thankfully, the parched desert southwest seeing some rain shower activity. That'll help with some of the fires there. And then back to the northeast, we're seeing some rain showers going through down East Maine all the way into upstate New York. Nothing here that really along the eastern seaboard would cause any airport delays. Certainly our hubs in the deep south are going to be fine. Now back to the west, there is the potential of some severe weather again today coming out of the plains and heading toward the Chicago region, but it shouldn't be a big problem, except for perhaps Minneapolis, St. Paul may see an airport delay. Otherwise, just standard thunderstorm potential across the state of Florida, and even that is not that great, especially here locally where we'll have high pressure kind of nosing in across the region, plus some drier air aloft, limiting our thunderstorm potential. Area of low pressure kind of ripples along that trough of low pressure to the north of us. High pressure stays firm. We develop that west wind in the afternoon, and these showers we get will generally be in inland areas. Best chance of rain will be in the southern tip of the state, so if you're flying to Miami today, yes, you'll probably see a few thunderstorms around down there. Hot afternoon high temperatures. And by that, I mean we'll probably break the 90 mark in most locations today. 91, 92. Maybe even some 93s or 4s in inland areas, and only a small chance of rain. More rain this weekend, though. We'll start to work back our rain chances just a little bit. If you look at where the moisture is, these turquoise colors, it's really not so much over us anymore. That drier air coming in from Gulf waters will kind of limit the thunderstorm activity for at least 3 days in a row. So 3 dry days. If you're going to paint the house, why, probably this week, the next couple of days will be your best opportunity to have a rain-free afternoon, hopefully. Otherwise, we look for those rain chances to start ticking back up as we head into the second half of the weekend. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, John. Let's take a look at traffic if you're heading out the door this morning. Looks like Manatee County is very quiet throughout that area. No real slowdowns throughout that region. As we take a look in Sarasota County, some slowdowns on Bee Ridge Road and 41. Also, where the 41 and 301 split is over by Mound. As we head into South County, Business 41 throughout Venice, seeing some slowdowns. Other than that, no accidents at 519 on your Tuesday morning. There are many places to visit across the Suncoast, so many so that it's hard to even see them all.
It certainly is. This morning, our Linda Carson takes us to the Arts Center in downtown Bradenton, in a place we call home.
You may have driven past the Arts Center in downtown Bradenton many times and wondered exactly what it is.
The Arts Center is a vibrant community gathering place for education, learning how to paint, make jewelry, clay, all different mediums. It's also a place that we exhibit art to help artists market work.
The Art Center celebrates its 80th birthday this year.
It actually started over in what is now called Pier 22 Restaurant in downtown Bradenton by a small group of people who were interested in, again, the same exact mission of coming together and marketing their work.
She says the Art Center is not just important to the artists, it's important to the whole Bradenton community.
It's an economic driver. It creates self-confidence for artists. It creates a community or a gathering place for artists. It's also a place that art collectors and our community can always come for free to see beautiful things.
She says a community without art would be a dismal place.
We have to have a place that gives us culture, teaches us things that are outside of our normal everyday life, and also it is, again, an economic driver. It brings businesses, and it also brings new residents to our community.
The Art Center is open to everyone, and there are classes available in many art forms. And if you don't have space at home, you can use a studio here to create your art. Exhibits change every month, and there's nothing more thrilling for the artists than to see their work on display.
It's a wonderful way for artists to have an opportunity to, one, see how they're doing, and to get their work out there for the public.
Lots of new things are coming to the Art Center this year.
We have an international traveling exhibit that's only in 6 places in the country, which we are very honored. We have another one that is a regional show.
Something for everyone from age 4 to age 99. Art Center Manatee, devoted to promoting artistic creativity for more than 80 years. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
They stay busy in there, don't they?
I know. Looks like a great place to go for like one of those rainy days or something like that.
Exactly. Good idea. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you a production company that takes on breakfast thanks to thousands of Lego pieces.
And coming up at 5:30, baby Charlie Gard's family approaches the end of their legal battle over his terminal condition. We'll tell you why doctors say it's too late for him. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301, SarasotaFord.com.
Now, we love when our viewers send us pictures. This is from Bill Watrous, who's actually from Sarasota, but he was in Bradenton on vacation last week, and he sent us this beautiful sunset.
Shot. I love that.
Yeah.
I caught a great sunset. It's on my Facebook page, which you can head over to right there. I caught it this Saturday over at Sharky's on the Pier. Beautiful pinks and purples and oranges.
Yeah.
So excited to finally be able to see a sunset because usually I'm asleep.
I know. Did you see the green flash at the end?
No, I didn't. I didn't catch that one.
I never have either.
So rare.
Very elusive, yes. Welcome back. 5:25 now on your Tuesday morning.
New details are being reported about malware that can take control of Apple Mac computers.
And you may start seeing more indoor mapping data on the internet. ABC's Diane Macedo and Candace Gibson have details.
In today's Tech Bites, a big warning for Mac users.
Malware called Fruit Fly is infecting Macs across the U.S. It allows hackers to access your webcam and even take over the computer.
Now, Apple has issued security updates, but some Macs may still be vulnerable. The maker of the Roomba robotic vacuum is facing criticism over a plan to sell user data.
Those cleaners have been mapping users' homes for years. Roomba says it won't sell that data without permission. Likely buyers include the makers of smart home devices like Google, Amazon, and Apple.
And finally, two brothers in Canada have whipped up the most important meal of the day using Legos as a main ingredient. It's on their Brick Brothers Production YouTube channel. The impressive stop-motion breakfast film has Lego butter, eggs, bread, and jelly.
And they even have some Lego milk to wash the whole thing down.
Kind of hungry. Those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
Tech Bites. Brought to you by Walgreens.
Summer took a hit this morning when Frankie popped the alligator floaty. Plus, snacks and drinks are gone, people. And one of us used up all the sunscreen. I wonder who. We're gonna need some reinforcements, quick.
Copy that. Walgreens makes it easy when summer needs a little help. Your summer base camp is just around the corner, so you can get in, out, and back to those summer shenanigans. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy. Now with card, buy one, get one 50% off select Aleve products.
When you have something you love, you want to protect it. At LegalZoom, our network of attorneys can help you every step of the way with an estate plan including wills or a living trust that grows along with you and your family. LegalZoom. Legal help is here.
More pet parents are turning to grain-free Blue Freedom to help their dogs be at their best. Made with the finest natural ingredients, Blue Freedom has no grains, no glutens, and for some dogs, there's no better diet.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve.
Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Start your day with Ray, Jacqueline, and John, the new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
This half hour on Good Morning Suncoast, Senator John McCain heads back to Capitol Hill after being diagnosed with brain cancer. This as the Senate returns for a crucial vote on health care today.
Plus, the latest in the case of the terminally ill baby, Charlie Gard. We'll tell you why his family appears to be giving up their legal fight.
And we'll tell you why an airplane crew was taken to the hospital after smelling something in the cabin. Those stories and more this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Pretty shot of the Rosemary District as you awaken on this Tuesday morning.
Looks pretty clear out there. Nice to not see any rainfall in the forecast for the most part.
Peaceful time of day, isn't it?
It always is.
I say that a lot, but I really love it. It's so quiet out there right now. And that's why you're probably awake early, unless you have insomnia. I don't know. Well, John Scalzi's got details now of our Tuesday forecast. Good morning, John.
Good morning to you. I think you'll be waiting for some of those rain showers to develop later this afternoon with the daytime heat as warm as it's going to be, but you won't find many building, unfortunately. We're looking at a dry day today, tomorrow, the next day. So get ready for some warm temperatures and the AC to be cranking later on. We're looking at quiet conditions across most of the entire state. We had a few showers and thunderstorms even building around the Keys, but other than that, locally it's dry as a bone, so don't expect too much in the way of any kind of problems weather-wise with your morning commute. Little fair weather cloudiness, that's really about it. Our daytime high today will top out probably around 92 or 3 degrees this afternoon, and we'll expect to see only about a 20% chance of showers. That's it. And a daytime high over the next several days will remain warm. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
All right, John, talk to you soon. Let's check the roads first off in Manatee County. Nothing really to speak of at this hour of the day. Looking farther south now into Sarasota, a couple issues there. You'll see at Fruitville and 41 northbound in front of the Van Wezel there. Bit of a slowdown. Also, Bee Ridge Road heading eastbound as you leave 41. Heading farther south, that earlier issue on Business 41 has since resolved itself and now all clear at 5:32 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, it may be the most dramatic day yet in the healthcare showdown on Capitol Hill. Senator John McCain will return to Washington just over a week after having surgery for brain cancer.
Republicans want to get a bill going that they admit will be a work in progress. ABC's Emily Rao has a preview from Capitol Hill.
Today, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's moment of truth, a much anticipated vote on health care that is still too close to call. With a very narrow margin, only 2 votes to lose if Republicans hope to move the bill forward and actually begin debate on repealing Obamacare, there's confusion on Capitol Hill about what measure will actually come up for a vote.
We haven't even got to see the bill. Even the Republicans haven't seen the bill's going to be put before them. So they're going to have it thrown on them tomorrow.
But sure to be an emotional moment, Senator John McCain's return to Washington. Monday night, the senator's staff announcing he'll fly back from Arizona, where he's been recovering from brain cancer surgery, to take part in the debate. Republican leadership hoping it will be the shot in the arm they need to encourage holdouts, or perhaps the added pressure from President Trump will turn the tide.
We need virtually every single vote from the Republicans. Not easy to do.
The president addressing health care twice on Monday.
You know, after 7 years of saying repeal and replace Obamacare, we have a chance to now do it. They better do it. Hopefully they'll do it.
As persistent protesters gathered at the Capitol.
We need to kill this bill.
With encouragement from Democrats like Senator Dianne Feinstein, tweeting, "We must make sure they don't succeed. Keep making calls."
There are many ways this could go today, and even with McCain coming back, it's not a sure thing that Republicans have the votes they need to move forward. Emily Rao, ABC News, Washington.
Happening today, Jared Kushner will face more questions about Russia, this time from a House panel. President Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor met with senators behind closed doors on Monday as part of an investigation into Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Kushner also released an 11-page statement where he denied any collusion with the Russian government. He said he had 4 meetings with Russians last year, but insists he discussed nothing improper.
A federal judge is allowing President Donald Trump's Commission on Election Fraud to resume collecting detailed voter information from each state. The commission asked states last month to provide publicly available data, including names, birth dates, and partial Social Security numbers. But the commission later told them to hold off until a judge ruled on a lawsuit filed by the Electronic Privacy Information Center out of Washington. A judge has now denied the group's request to block the data collection, as similar lawsuits are still pending here in Florida, Texas, and New Hampshire.
It is 5:35 now. Baby Charlie and his family are approaching the end of their battle. The family was fighting to travel to the U.S. from Great Britain for experimental treatment. 11-month-old Charlie is on life support with a terminal condition. An American doctor flew to the U.K. to examine Charlie earlier this week, but the latest scans revealed Charlie's disease caused irreversible brain damage, and now it's simply too late.
Had Charlie been given the treatment sooner, he would have had the potential to be a normal, healthy little boy. We all have to live with the what-ifs, which will haunt us for the rest of our lives.
Charlie's first birthday is in just 2 weeks. Certainly no winners in that story. 5:36 right now on your Tuesday morning.
The Florida man who was behind the wheel of a tractor trailer full of undocumented immigrants could spend the rest of his life in jail.
Yeah, a total of 10 people died in the back of that hot truck. Reporter John Lawrence has the latest.
James Bradley Jr. is charged with knowingly transporting undocumented immigrants. That's after 8 people were found dead inside a tractor trailer in a sweltering San Antonio parking lot. 2 others later passed away, dozens more were injured. Bradley denies the allegations, saying he didn't know there were people crowded in the back of his truck. The 60-year-old could face the death penalty or life behind bars if convicted. A man who's done business with Bradley for 5 years was shocked at the news.
Honestly, he was a nice guy. I mean, he seemed like a really nice guy, but hindsight's 20/20.
One person who survived the harrowing journey gave details to the police. People began hitting the trailer walls and making noise to get the driver's attention. The driver never stopped. As the air around them grew hotter, the migrants used a hole in the trailer wall for ventilation, taking turns breathing from the hole.
Well, the magnitude of human trafficking is growing every single day. We know it's one of the fastest growing crimes, not just in Texas, but across the country.
This isn't Bradley's first run-in with the law. In 2004, he was arrested in Florida for grand theft motor vehicle and being a fugitive from Colorado. Bradley Jr. will be appointed 2 attorneys, and a preliminary and detention hearing is scheduled for Thursday.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think anything like this would ever happen. And I'm actually sorry for all the victims involved, and I really am. It's unreal.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Switching gears, it looks like the roller coaster ride at the gas pump won't be ending anytime soon. Gas prices went up in the spring, then took a nosedive last month and are now once again climbing. According to AAA, the average price for gas in Florida rose 7 cents over the past week. That's the second largest weekly increase of any state. Analysts say gas prices should continue to go up for the second half of the summer, but will likely drop after Labor Day. In Miami, 3 crew members were taken to a hospital yesterday after getting sick on board an American Airlines flight. The crew members reported a possible odor in the cabin of the aircraft before asking to be transported to the hospital for evaluation after arriving at Miami International Airport. An American Airlines maintenance team is currently inspecting the plane. There's still no word yet on what made the crew members sick.
Follow up now on a sinkhole that formed about 10 days ago in Pasco County, swallowing up 2 homes and a boat. Crews are now starting to do some core drilling to assess the stability around the site in Land O'Lakes. They're looking for anomalies in the roadway as well to make sure it's safe for heavy equipment. The goal is to have a debris removal company in place for the county in case homeowners insurance companies don't accept responsibility to clean up that sinkhole. Officials say the sinkhole isn't getting deeper, but it's getting wider as its banks continue to fall in. It's now about 235 feet wide and 50 feet deep.
Florida's Lionfish Derby continues throughout the state, and local fishermen are finding success catching the invasive species. Florida Fish and Wildlife reports more than 5,000 lionfish have been removed from Florida water since May 20th. Recreational fishermen have removed nearly 3,700 fish, and 1,200 pounds have been caught commercially. The person who catches the most lionfish at the end of the competition come September will be crowned the Lionfish King or Queen in St. Petersburg.
The state of Florida will pay over $1 million in legal fees to attorneys who challenged a controversial state law seeking to stop doctors from asking patients about guns. The Brady Center to Prevent Gun Violence announced a legal fees agreement more than 5 months after a federal appeals court sided with doctors in striking down key parts of this law. The law is more commonly known as Docs versus Glocks. The measure included a series of restrictions on doctors and healthcare providers. Opponents say the law violated free speech rights.
Our goal was not to stop guns or make guns disappear, but if parents have guns or families have guns, let's just discuss how to properly store them so that children don't get harmed or killed.
Prior to the law being struck down, it generally sought to prevent physicians from entering information about gun ownership into medical records. The law also said doctors should refrain from asking about guns unless the information was relevant to medical care or safety. I've talked to a number of doctors about this, and they all think they need to know the patient's entire home situation before they prescribe certain medications with perhaps side effects.
It's a good idea.
All right, 5:41 right now, and your Tuesday morning, you said less chance of rain today?
Yeah, it's going to be hot. No doubt about it, though. Warm temperatures, you know, you don't get the rain, you get the heat, and that's the way it is today. We'll look for several days in a row, actually, of less than normal rainfall chances. Talk about that in a second.
All right, thanks, John. Still ahead, it's a common question. Can money buy you happiness?
We'll tell you about a new study suggesting there might be a way to do just that. Up next in Health Smart.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, looking at temperature and dew point across the region, we have a temperature of 77 and a dew point coming in pretty warm as well at 75. The combination of those two helping to produce kind of a humid morning. As we head into the afternoon, that humidity is really going to make itself felt with feels-like temperatures up between 100 and 105. And there won't be a lot of moisture available in the mid-levels of the atmosphere to support showers to kind of break that heat. So it's going to be a warm day today. However, if you plan to be out of doors, it should be a nice day, provided you can beat the heat, to be outdoors, because there won't be any danger of lightning or thunder for the most part. Calm winds will shift to the west, and along the coastline, of course, will be cooler because of those onshore winds. Right now, though, it's just the opposite. 80 degrees in Inglewood. And in Venice, it's 80, 81 at Longboat Key. You move inland, you get some slightly cooler temperatures. 77 degrees in Mayaca, 78 in Wauchula, 78 in Arcadia, 79 in Northport, 78 in Punta Gorda, 77 in Parish Bradenton, and 78 degrees at Lakewood Ranch. Across the region, we're looking at some showers down in the southern tip of the state, even a thunderstorm or two around the Key West area. Otherwise, some drier air across central Florida, limiting the development of any kind of showers for your morning commute. In fact, your commute home will probably be okay, because if we get any showers today, it'll probably be during that mid-afternoon period. 1, 2, 3 o'clock is the most likely time that we'll see a shower or two develop, and those will rapidly move inland and dissipate. Don't expect to see a whole lot around, though. Rain chance way lower than it normally would be at this time of year, coming in at about 20% or even less than that. Some computer models suggesting as low as 10% or not at all. We have across the region, as I mentioned, very quiet conditions for your morning commute. So across the Deep South, things are looking pretty quiet as well. Atlanta Airport, Raleigh, Durham, Charlotte airports all look fine in terms of any travel today. And a trough of low pressure will eject to the north, producing some scattered showers in the northeast, but nothing really heavy, nothing that's potential for severe weather across the eastern seaboard today. High pressure nosing in across the Atlantic, across the state of Florida, into Gulf waters, produces once again fairly light and somewhat variable winds. We'll look for those winds to become onshore and kind of steady out of the west during the afternoon and evening hours, pushing those showers toward the other coast. Otherwise, some fairly quiet conditions. Hot afternoon temperatures, only the smallest of rain chances today for this time of year. And then we'll wait for the weekend when we'll get a little bit more rainfall around. As you look at the water vapor imagery, you look at where the moisture is, and it's where the turquoise color is located, and that's well to our north and to the northeast and down to the south as well. But in our neck of the woods, it's kind of missing. So the showers that we get will be in inland areas, and frankly, I think this model overdoes the number of showers that we get. Tomorrow, about the same sort of rain chances, kind of dissipating as we head into the afternoon. Maybe a little bit stronger of an easterly wind tomorrow might bring us a few showers closer to the coast, but the satellite view shows quiet conditions here and very quiet conditions in the Atlantic, Caribbean, and Gulf waters as well, tropically speaking. Nothing to worry about there. Forecast calls for dry conditions for at least 2 or 3 days, followed by slowly increasing moisture back to standard rain chances by the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Let's take a look at traffic. If you are heading out the door in Manatee County this morning, you might see a few slowdowns on 301 heading northbound, also State Road 70 heading eastbound. As we head into Sarasota County, a few slowdowns on Clark Road and Bee Ridge as you head towards the interstate. And in South County, pretty quiet throughout that area. A little slowdown as you pass by Osprey, but other than that, no accidents at 549 on your Tuesday morning. In this hour's Health Smart, we all know money cannot buy love, but some say it might be able to buy happiness.
And that's if you spend it the right way. ABC's Emily Rao has results of a new study.
Time. For many of us, it's one thing we don't have enough of. And with daily demands like running kids to soccer practice or dealing with that pile of laundry, it's normal to feel pressed for time. But now, a new study revealing that people who spend more of their money on purchases to save time, like hiring cleaners or paying for someone else to do the cooking, reported greater life satisfaction than those who did not. Researchers finding that this held true regardless of income. Yet despite this, nearly half of the wealthiest people in the study spent no money to save themselves more hours in the day. In a second experiment, the researchers finding that time-saving purchases brought more joy than even material goods. So next time you think about buying a new t-shirt, think twice. You might just want to pay to have your old ones folded instead. With this Medical Minute, I'm Emily Rao.
That is such a good point. I don't know how many times I go to a store and I'm like, oh, I'll buy that. It's only like $10, $15. Maybe I should start saving that money instead.
10 to 6 right now. Still heading Good Morning Suncoast. A Florida teen hits the jackpot.
We'll tell you about the lottery contest she won and how she'll be cashing in for the rest of her life. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
What if you had a medical emergency away from home?
My chest hurts. I can't breathe.
What you need is Mobile Help, America's premier mobile medical alert system. Most systems only work at home, but with Mobile Help, you get help outside the home with coverage nationwide on one of the largest cellular networks at the press of a button. Call the number on your screen for a free full-color brochure. We'll send you everything you need, including this base station, the patented mobile device, and the waterproof pendant and wrist button. You can also add the fall button that automatically detects falls and signals help. Call today and receive a risk-free 30-day trial. There is no equipment to buy and no long-term contract. For a limited time, you will also receive a free emergency key box with your plan purchase. Remember, Mobile Help keeps you safe coast to coast.
Call 1-800-916-8638. That's 1-800-916-8638.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Keep up with your investments and market trends by watching the ABC7 Stock Report. Get a recap of all the day's stock market activity. Be sure to watch your Suncoast News at 6 for the ABC7 Stock Report, sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Welcome back. Peaceful morning there in the Rosemary District. John says less of a chance of showers today. Still hot though. His forecast about 2 minutes away.
All right, 5:54 this morning. Let's take a look at some of the top news on the Suncoast today.
A 9-foot alligator attacked a man swimming in a retention pond in Charlotte County. It happened off Kings Highway. The man's condition has been upgraded from serious to stable.
Plus, a 3-alarm fire caused damage to 3 businesses in a complex near US 301 and 17th Street last night. The state fire marshal is now investigating a cause.
And the South Florida Museum will reopen this morning, just days after its star attraction died in an accident. A necropsy showed that Snooty the manatee drowned when he got through a door and became trapped in a small area of the tank.
Finally this hour, she's only 18 years old, but an Orlando teen has a set salary for life. Daniela Leon Ruse won a weekly payday off a $1 scratch-off ticket. The Florida Lottery says Ruse played the game $500 a week for life at her local grocery store. Her odds, a 1 in 6 million chance of winning. She beat those odds, though, and scratched her way to scoring the top prize. Instead of taking the lump sum, the teen chose to receive her winnings in annual payments of $26,000 a year for the rest of her life. Congratulations, Daniela. Can you imagine, only 18 years old, already
Yes.
$26,000 for a year for life?
She'll be a sought-after prom date now.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it takes the pressure off college, I guess.
Yeah.
There's that.
There is
Being
that,
able to
too.
afford college and not have to work.
Right. I never win anything off of those.
No, I only tried once or twice. I didn't know a lot of teens even tried playing the lottery, you know? Usually it's the rest of us.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the, is there a legal limit for buying a lottery ticket? 'Cause it must be 18,
I think
right?
it probably
Is that
is
right?
18.
Why?
Yeah.
If you want one, buy one. All right, we'll have more of John's forecast and local news after this. Stay with us.